Okay, Zach. So let's get back to an investigation. In fact, let's recap first before we do so.
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
Again, Diane pretty much kind of caused her own death. Well, in the sense that she seemed to be welcoming it.
Once again, we start in our dreams, except this time it's a white room instead of a red room.
With multiple doors. Oh, it's one of those rooms.
It's a maze.
York is literally trapped in his own mind.
Not a fan of these.
Don't worry, all you have to do is just keep going for the doors until you get it. Oh, and we got Angel Isa's trading card.
Good to know.
Angel Isaiah.
Wow, we get paid even while we're sleeping in our dreams. So
FBI the FBI knows you're being productive in your sleep.
Oh,
hello.
Hello. And who might you be?
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want
Oh, it's the guy in the wheelchair.
Standing upright.
Very good, too.
He has the two things on his throat.
Harry, yes, this is Harry's face. Why is Harry in the white room, you might ask? Well, that will be for later.
Cool story, bro. Oh, no.
Oh.
I remember York kind of dreams about this regularly, as we've seen.
Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from
Oh my god, it's York's model!
Actually, no, Jova. The model of his father is actually the model of how York used to look like before he got changed into his current look, as in when he originally looked like David Dunn.
So, technically York's model still.
York's beta model, let's go with that.
Oh my god, I recognize that sound effect.
They combined two at the same time.
Yeah, I recognize both of those sound effects. Also, scary mother face.
Well, that was quite the nightmare. Whew.
So, York, are you the protagonist of FNAF 4?
No.
Alright,
kind of like how FNAF 4 goes.
That's okay. Let's just calm down and have some breakfast with Polly.
Let's see if the coffee tells us something more.
It will, actually.
I honestly gave up on trying to figure out the lore of that series after 3.
Believe it or not, sure, they kind of tied things together by the time of pizzeria location.
Oh, what does read graph?
Simulator.
Thanks, Polly.
Coffee is a vital investigative tool.
Yes.
Exactly.
Quite possibly the only use for coffee.
Honestly, considering the dreams he has, I actually don't blame him for having the amount of coffee he does anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh.
Harry!
Huh. Now that's a more productive divination from the coffee.
To hurry. And the first letter of each line is Hurry to Harry. Looks like the time that he was talking about has come. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit.
Might as well.
Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think he's the most trustworthy one around here.
That's saying a lot.
Really?
If you say so, Polly.
It says something that she finds him strange.
Of course.
The woman.
I imagine she's the type of... I imagine she's the type of person who just likes to people watch, so...
I'll see you later, Polly.
But the reveal.
She agrees with you too, as you're about to see.
Mr. Morgan, what about the coffee? Don't you want a refill? Your coffee.
Seriously, York, this isn't like you.
A coffee. It's getting cold.
Don't you dare, Sheila.
What?
She was quoting the Sigourney.
I think they caught it.
Yeah.
Clouds the whole day today. Ooh, $38 for checking the weather. What a very specific number, $38. Alright, let's equip the right gun. And put...
You have to re-equip it every day?
Every time he goes, we say, that's okay, don't worry, trust me. If you don't like going to...
you what now?
Every time you go to a new chapter. But don't worry, if you don't want to go to the menu, you can alternatively just use the D-pad to circle for your weapons anyway. So it's not like it's that much of a problem.
My wife and I have been living separately for over 3 years now. Diane, she's a single woman, so this shouldn't be a problem.
That's true.
That's true, I
I
guess.
feel so bad.
Yeah,
That
the only
doesn't-
thing he couldn't do is remarry, so that's...
I can't discuss that.
Yes, of course, I understand. You don't have to tell any of the folks around town about me and Diane, do you?
No.
Yeah, technically, no, that's got nothing to do with the case, so I guess, yeah. Technically,
Sure, the
we
rumors
can't
have
stay
started
quiet.
already.
Oh boy.
Ashamed of, right? What's there to worry about?
Wink, wink.
Nothing in particular. No, nothing at all. I'm clean.
Yeah,
Clean
seriously.
sheets in this hotel.
You want to have a look at the sheets, Tio?
What's with that look?
Yeah, maybe York already knows the answer to that. Thanks for that, camera.
I don't think
Hidalgo seems to just wander.
I don't think Kaysen's the killer, but I do think there's some more stuff he's not telling
Like
us.
someone else controlling him, maybe.
Oh,
Whoa,
whoa,
whoa, whoa.
Kaysen. Didn't
possessing
Kaysen, didn't you just leave? I can take a walk, right? I'm not leaving town. Don't worry. Well, sure, but be sure you actually take that walk, then.
Yeah, and don't just phase in between spaces or take a shortcut like a certain other fat lazy guy does.
Or maybe instead of what I said last part, maybe the wife doesn't know about the affair, but somebody does, and they're holding that as leverage, I guess.
That's a possibility, yes. All right, let's see. Yeah, okay. Now I've changed. We're going to switch to the workaholic suit, and we're gonna wash the agent outfit as well.
You know, if you prefer wearing the agent outfit, why not just wash the agent outfit then put that back on?
That's a thing,
It takes
Jova.
time.
It takes a full day for the clothes to get washed.
Ah.
That's a slow washing machine.
Usually what I do when I play this game,
say.
I just alternate between the businessman outfit and the agent outfit because I much prefer York when he's dressed in this way. Not I think his suit with a tie look looks the best on him.
I would like to see more of the crimson suit, but I see what you mean.
Oof.
Is it supposed to be morning or nighttime?
It's a cloudy morning, Jova.
It looks.
York,
It looks more like night,
I
unfortunately.
haven't seen him. Have you tried the radio?
I've been trying, but he's not answering.
What about Nick?
No problem with him. He's calmed down a little. He's still saying you didn't do it. Nick said that Thomas disappeared sometime during the night.
What?
He kept calling for him, but Thomas stopped responding.
Wait a
I'm a
minute.
bit worried. George
What if
has
Nick
asked for
was
permission to
possessed
search for
and whatever
Thomas.
was possessing him
understand that
might have
it's
gone
hard
over
for
to
Thomas.
Tom when Tom went to check on him?
Resting at home.
Yeah, did you check his
To
home?
be fair,
I'm not against looking for him. Tell George that he has my blessing.
Okay. As far
What,
as
you
I
gonna
know,
is he gonna
Thomas
marry your
always calls
daughter
in
or
when he needs a
something?
It's a
day
way
off.
of saying it. Shut up.
Remember, George said that from now on he'll cooperate completely with York, so he respects the fact that York is still in charge.
That's right, but that's not...
Emily, I'm going to see Harry today.
What? Why? We have plenty of other leads to follow, don't we?
He did invite me over, though. It would be bad manners not to accept.
Are you really an FBI agent?
I think that's a bit late to ask that question, Emily.
Just enjoy the ride at this point,
A
Emily.
serial killer does not stay within the boundaries of logic.
Okay, York, are you ever going to finish that cigarette?
So you can't hope to capture such
Honestly,
purely
your
logic.
express must stink something fierce with how much he smokes that one cigarette.
Not just that, Jova. He takes the cigarette, lights it up like one puff, and then he right goes back.
You know, York, we only see you shaving. Can you imagine how much money you'd be earning if you brushed your teeth?
Oh, I was an idiot for thinking he might be a good pick. I really
Oh.
need my taste in men.
Oh, Emily's got a crush.
It hasn't been very subtle.
Oh, she
honestly.
walks away with a tired walking cycle.
Also, Emily, York isn't exactly York is pretty unconventional in terms of FBI agents and their.
Well, that's the thing.
methods.
That's the thing, Shiroi. Maybe that's exactly what attracts her about him.
One can only wonder what a love life with York would be, and what kinks he even has.
Oh no.
What?
No, Pedro, please.
Oh.
No.
Wait, did I unintentionally predict it?
He's gonna...
It's the last one. It's just one.
Wait,
We're
hold on.
finally gonna find out what's in the bloody pot.
Yes.
I
But
can.
wait.
Joe was
wait,
looking
wait,
forward to
wait.
it, I guess.
But Pedro, you're using the wrong car for the job.
That's the thing, Jova. They're guessing wrong. So.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah. I was about to say, like,
Basically-
I doubt he was using the Sigourney mission, because think about it, guys. He would have been using York's car for that.
Oh, hold on.
If I made it, the gallery ended up being a wasted attempt to
Well, at least you tried, York.
Yeah.
mess sack.
What made you guys think Pedro was going to go to Sigourney anyway?
Oh.
The fact that I checked where her position on the map, Jova.
Ha.
It was
See, again.
Hold on.
We used to go to those concerts. You and I
You
liked
dive bombed it?
We like different types of punk. You liked hard and heavy punk, like Crash and Sham 69. I like the more twisted ones, like the Damned, Buzzcocks, Iggy Pop, and Joy Division. We used to talk for hours about the bands we really liked, but for some reason, neither of us listened to the Sex Pistols. I
Why not?
wonder why that was. Seems
Yeah,
Yeah,
strange
the Sex
thinking about
Pistols
it
were
now.
pretty good.
Whoop. Okay.
But no, the reason I'm not going to Sigourney right now, Teo, is because most of the time, after in her final mission, Sigourney is hanging around Harry's house. And if I go to Harry's house right now, I'll trigger the main story, and I don't want to do that just yet. So I'm gonna see if I can wait until Sigourney's alternative place to be in the fifth mission is triggered, basically.
The reason I knew Pedro wasn't going for it was because, again, he wasn't using York's car.
Yeah.
Which he had said at this point that, at this point, it's much easier with
Oh,
York's
we
car.
don't
So-
promise we can't make lunch. Oh,
Well,
wait.
Teo, we can always ask Emily to make it.
York, are you sure it's a good idea?
You're really going
Can
to
we
see
just
Harry?
make our own lunch?
Jova, please.
I have no idea what you're thinking at a time like this. But, Thomas is still missing. So, do you want lunch?
Why don't you make it for us?
Yes. Me? Well, okay. I'll
To make
try.
something
All right,
easy, like sandwich.
listen here. I love this one. This one's hilarious.
I'm not ordering in, but since we had leftovers, I made us lunch.
What the?
York, are you okay?
I think my cooking turned out pretty good today.
What's with this song?
What am I looking at, and why is it pure black?
A sudden
I may
crisis.
not be a wonder chef like Thomas, but I do practice every day.
We know.
All right, let's see.
She lives alone, doesn't she?
Hold on.
She eat?
Hold on.
Come on, tell it to me.
Again,
Hold on.
the stuff.
Yes. What?
I went into the sewer once during a
Hang on, I need to hear this.
Stop right there.
Come on.
I love the way the music suddenly stops. I went into a sewer once during an investigation.
That's funny to know.
Okay. I just want to point out that whatever was on the plate was pure black. Like
It was supposed to be X, Joe. I recognize the model.
Get used to this, guys, because during the time that Thomas is missing, Emily is going to be the one making lunches for us.
Wait, did you just say those were supposed to be eggs?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I thought that was like a burnt tuna fish sandwich or
I thought it was
something.
supposed to be like caviar or something.
The lesson here is Emily should never cook again.
Oh no.
Well, it's okay, guys,
Or
because
start
Emily.
taking real lessons.
I know that's a thing too. That's a thing too. This goes beyond lessons. Sometimes you have to realize that you're just not good at something.
Nick has a side quest? Wait. Why there are two people?
Well, cellmates too.
But we didn't saw that
He
in
was
the
alone
previous
before.
cutscene. Yeah.
Maybe he came. Maybe he came after. I don't know.
Just a suspect.
Nick.
Hey.
I didn't do it.
Actually, I believe you.
Okay, I believe
Until
you.
we catch the real
Oh, you're voting skip, York?
going to remain a process.
So there you go. Looks like York agrees with you, Jova. He also thinks that Nick is too easy.
How's she doing? Come on, say something.
Nick seems like the kind of guy who does act like a dick, but may actually have good reasons for what he does underneath all that dick.
Or more like this affair is whole bigger than whatever abuse he does to his wife.
That's the thing too. As we're gonna find out in a moment, like there is literally nothing between Diane and Nick aside from friendship. It's literally well.
No, I'm not talking about that. I really remember the wife character mentioning something about the husband being very overbearing over her.
Well, that's
I don't recall that.
No, he didn't. She didn't actually say that too. Actually, she just said that she was suspicious of the fact that Nick never told her where he was going with Diane. That's all.
I'm gonna look back to the parts in between to see.
Nick in prison has asked you to take a letter to Olivia for him. She's holed herself up at home, so take the letter from Nick to her. Basically, while Nick is arrested, the A&G diner will be closed. And, and Olivia will be at home.
Why do I get the feeling this won't do well for Olivia's psyche?
Well, let's see. Let's deliver the letter and see what happens. But yeah, like I was saying, Teo, that's the thing, Teo. This goes beyond lessons. No, sometimes it's like Monsters University taught us, Terry. Sometimes you just have to accept the fact that you might not be good at something, no matter how much you try. And I think this is the case with Emily. She needs to.
No, I understand. But it was one thing that I learned, not personally, because I do some degree of time or something. But what I learned from seeing other people is that. Every person is good at least at one thing.
One
thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Emily seems to be failing all the time.
Well, here's the thing, though. I was trying to say this earlier, but I stopped because of the conversation happening. She lives alone. What the fuck does she eat?
Probably.
Does she order takeout every day? Is her salary that good?
Guys. It's like I've been trying to say. See, here's the thing. There's a difference between not getting the job you want and the fact that you have to cook eventually, because ordering takeout every day, unless you're like getting something
or your
incredibly
detective
cheap.
Gumshoe.
Oh, well, that's the thing too. Even he has to cook his own meals. Admittedly,
Instant
noodles,
noodles, Jova.
Well,
that's the same though. Stuff that has to be gotten from a grocery, unless he's getting that from a gas station, in which case.
Well, grocery stores do deliver. Maybe she's getting ready meals.
I can actually answer that question.
Veg, maybe.
I can actually answer that question, Shiroi. If you follow Emily around to see her daily routine, and yes, I know that sounds stalkerish, but just roll with it. This is a Shenmue style of open world, remember?
Well, out of curiosity, to see how an NPC behaves.
Basically, Shiroi, as you've already figured out, she always has lunch at the station. However, if you see where she goes after hours, she always goes to the Soya 65 to eat. So she always eats out, basically.
The salary must be very good then.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, eating out all the time on a cop salary? Wow.
Yeah, eating out all the time.
Well, remember, Jova. According to this universe, cops get paid buttloads of money for just doing the most minimum things.
The economy is completely fucked up in DC considering how like a coffee costs like what $150.
I'll say. I mean, to be fair, FBI agents by proxy do tend to make more than say local law enforcement.
Oh, I'm aware of that, but $38 for checking the weather.
Again, apparently the FBI really pays well in this universe. But yeah, like Tio mentioned also, this is also the same town where a sandwich can cost at least $100.
Alright,
so Olivia, guess what? We have some mail for you. Oh, what is this? An onion.
You got mail.
Oh boy, an onion.
And an Agent Honor medal. Alright. I guess Dwebs can be Olivia, why not? But now it's voiced, sorry.
What's this?
Nick asked me to give it to you. It's a letter from him to you.
Nick wrote this?
That's nice, Pedro. You're having Dwebs be married to himself.
Olivia, I'm sorry for all the trouble I am causing you.
I'm writing this letter because I need to tell you some things. First, I'm sorry about meeting with Diane without telling you. My actions were irresponsible and may have caused you to misunderstand.
You think?
God, I was not cheating on you, and I didn't kill Diane. That's what I wanted to tell you. As I sit here in this cell, all I can think about is you. Don't worry about keeping the diner open, okay? Try to eat well, too. I had thought that this happiness we had would just go on forever. I've always been grateful to you, but I've never told you, have I? I used to think that putting it into words made it sound cheap. But at times like these,
What are you, Ryu?
words are all we need. Thank you for everything. Once I get home, I'll make it up to you. Take care.
We would have to prove his innocence for him to be able to go home.
Also, that's if she even wants you home.
She
Where's Phoenix right when you need him?
She does actually. Well, remember, Shiroi, like we've said before, technically nothing was. She only had suspicions. She never had. Technically, nothing bad happened between them. She was just frustrated that Nick would go meet Diane without telling her.
To write a reply.
Oh.
But
fuck off! Signed, your ex-wife.
That's why Nick. That's why Nick is used as a red herring, Shiroi. The worst thing Nick is guilty of is of having a bad attitude. That's literally it.
Like I said, Nick is like that kind of guy who acts dickish to get you to think he's the bad guy, but in turn turns out to have some sort of reason for what he does.
Okay, now the quest, the side quest.
Having obtained a letter from Olivia containing her heartfelt feelings, take it to Nick in his holding cell and put his... go ahead, Terry, you were saying?
You really think that this side quest that starts immediately after you complete the previous one will be two numbers near to each other. In this case, 24 and 25, but no, it's 24 and 26.
I don't get to voice the person to whom I'm married to in this game's universe.
Don't worry.
Well, that's the thing. You play both of the halves of this happy little couple. You play Nick and his wife.
That's what he said, though. But whatever.
That's exactly what I said.
But anyway, there you go. I'm about to show it again. See? Sigourney is right in front of Harry's house, and if I go there, it triggers the main story. So, you guys are lucky. She's not.
It's like Emerald Weapon sitting in front of a Genlika plane.
It's a really awkward place to stand.
It really just makes me wonder how they're gonna replicate the weapons in the remake. Like maybe they'll have them in set locations as opposed to being able to randomly
We'll see,
jump
Jova.
Well, the remake. In the climax of the remake part 1, we did have a giant boss, so I don't see why we can't have more giant bosses.
Well, hey, maybe part 2 will land on a more, lower scale.
I mean, they already proved that they can do giant bosses, so I don't see why they can't do it again in part 2 for the weapons.
I'm kind of hoping there's a more. I'm hoping there's a more lower key boss. Did you give her the letter?
Dwaves, he wasn't talking about.
It's a letter from.
Okay, don't.
No, actually, he was wasting Nick just now.
Hey.
Piss off! Who the hell does she think she is?
You see,
Alright, let's see what it actually says.
You see, that's his way custom is Nick.
More than I'd ever actually say. A lot more than this. And she writes me only.
There you go. See this?
Oh.
I knew already that I knew. I knew already that I. Okay, this is gonna voice Nick.
Best she could do right now.
Yeah. 3 powerful lines.
Oh.
Even you.
That's 4.
I'm sorry. I don't
He said lines, not words.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Do you feel a little better now, then? Just wait until the case is finished. I promise this will all come to an end.
Yeah. I know. I believe you.
Watch it be that we have to stop the verdict right at the last minute for poor Nick.
Yeah, York Bust is in the court.
Ooh, a key to the back door of the diner? Thanks.
We already got one.
What's this?
The key to the back.
No, this is for the diner too.
Big bag in the kitchen. I don't know if you.
Ooh, a bag in the kitchen.
Consider it yours.
So there you go. As a reward, he gives us a bag that allows us to carry more items.
Okay. I'll take this and I'll go check it out. Looks like a return to better things for those two, eh, Zach?
I wonder.
There you go. And now it's 25 too. See?
I don't understand.
Because
I couldn't do 26.
Because Swery can't count. What can I tell you?
Well, this game was initially released on the Xbox, so...
This side quest list is like the worst nightmare for someone with OCD.
Oh no, true, no, definitely. If you don't, if you have that condition, no, you should not play this game. In fact, there should be an OCD disclaimer at the beginning in the box.
You know, that's the real thing. DP Fix should have been doing for the director's cut on PC. Fix the list.
Oh, please, Teo. That would require. First, we need to get the game running. Let's baby steps. Basically, everybody, the PC port of the Premonition is so garbage that even Durante couldn't fix it. That's how bad it is.
Wow, how do you mess something up to that level?
Because Jova, there is nothing that Toybox cannot achieve in terms of poor coding.
And yet, they're the reason. Well, they're sort of the workforce reason that we have a sequel. So,
didn't you say
Yes,
Didn't you say in a much earlier part that that version of the game, it's pretty hit or miss whether your controls will even work?
Yeah, that's what happened for me, Shira.
I thought you said it was hit and miss if the game will actually even function.
The answer you're looking for, Jova, is both and all of them.
Not to mention, Jova, to answer the question about, or here I forgot about the sequel. Apparently, Nintendo does have some kind of involvement, at least of encouraging Toylogic to do it, because Toybox, sorry, Toylogic is the one of the Nier remixer, but because in Australia the game is actually published by Nintendo itself.
It makes sense. Like, okay, it makes sense though. I mean, kudos to them on that. And I guess Toybox are probably the only people, quote unquote, qualified to make a Deadly Premonition game at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So good on them for that, Nintendo.
But yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the thing, Shiroi. It goes beyond that. See, most of the time when people try to play the PC version on Steam, what happens is the game crashes.
And will stay crashed forever and ever.
What also can happen, Shiroi, is that the game boots, but then when you get into the actual gameplay, it crashes. It can also run so fucking choppy and slow to the point where it's flat out unplayable.
Has anyone managed to play that version at all?
No, there have been people. Tiffany,
not
Tiffany. Whitney managed to.
The chosen ones.
Well,
there's and like we mentioned, Durante at least had made an attempt in fixing with his own custom patch, which is called appropriately DP Fix. I feel correctly, arrived at version 0.95.
0.95, yes. But the thing is, that's the thing.
But he gave up afterward.
That's the thing too. DP Fix does very little to fix the big problems that that port has. That's the problem. But
what does it actually manage to do?
It basically, Shirai,
more resolution, like a bigger resolution, if I recall correctly, because the normal game is stuck at a lower one, and another very minor quality of life improvements, but that's literally it.
So you're telling me the PC port of Deadly Premonition is stuck at a lower resolution on PC?
Yes.
Well,
the system known
for PC standards, Jova, it's just like locked at 1.
That's the thing. PC versions are supposed to be the best-looking versions of the game.
Sorry, go on, Pedro.
That's the thing, Jova. Toybox are the absolute legends of video gaming competence. But no, it boils down to this, Shirai. Those things can happen. What happened to me was when I try to boot it on my gaming PC, I can run it, I can boot it, I can get into the gameplay, but the controls don't work.
Oh, no. Jesus, it's even more random than Sonic 6 without
playing the PC version of Deadly Premonition is a complete crapshoot. Feel free to try it on yourself. See which problem was picked by the gods to you.
I still actually have it in my Steam wishlist, but I still actually haven't touched it this day for one reason or another. So maybe that's my homework experiment to see how it works and report in the last part.
How funny would it be to you if your toaster turns out to be one of the chosen PCs that can actually run it?
That's some cruel irony.
It is.
Anyway.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.